Warriors right now. They need the All-Star break. They have the Washington Wizards tonight. Then, of course, the L.A. Clippers tomorrow. Saturday, I don't know what the hell I was watching. I couldn't tweet in the first half. It was ugly basketball. 43 points scored in the first quarter, and it wasn't great defense. It was just terrible offense. Warriors in the fog right now, but GP2 is on the roster. Gary Payton II didn't pass the physical, but the Warriors said we're going to go ahead and keep him, and there's going to be an investigation on whether or not the Portland Trailblazers didn't disclose information.
I'm going to be in the minority here, and I know that others will disagree with me, and they're going to lose their minds. The whole thing doesn't sit right with me, this whole Gary Payton thing, on all sides. Warriors side,
Blazers.
Gary Payton side, Blazers side. The whole thing doesn't sit well with me. I understand philosophically and on a personal relationship, because this is about people, right? You cannot accept James Wiseman back in that locker room after you did a slideshow when you're Steph Curry on Instagram about welcoming Gary Payton back. I get that aspect. But I'm going to be real with you. I've red flagged this situation, and it might work out for the Warriors in the end. I don't know. I wouldn't have done the deal. Given everything that's gone down, I would have kept James Wiseman. And it's easy for me to say. It's hard to actually do when it comes to the people that are involved and their emotions and their relationships. But, I've got this whole situation red flagged.
Well, I think James Wiseman is going to be a really good player. As you are listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and AC1 San Francisco, always live on the free Odyssey app. Download the Odyssey app and favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date sports coverage. I think James Wiseman's going to end up being a really good player. Hall of Famer, I don't know. All-Star, I don't know. But I think he's a damn good prospect that, was unfortunately he suffered a meniscus injury, doesn't play all the last season. He's slow to ramp up this year. I thought he was getting better and better and better, but Kerr chose not to play him. I think Steve Kerr has mismanaged the youngsters this season. No doubt in my mind. I'm always going to – and Steve Kerr's a great coach. I don't think he's done a great job this season, especially with the youngsters. Now, with that said, I would have been cool with Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey's 6'7". He's physical. Giving you 15 points a game, can hit the three. And he's a Villanova guy. And you know everything about Villanova guys. For the most part, they got high IQ. They're high IQ basketball players. We're seeing it with Jalen Brunson. We're seeing it with Mikal Bridges. We're seeing it right here in the Bay Area with Dante DiVincenzo. I would have been cool with Sadiq Bey. Now you bring in GP2. He could be out anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months. He's got the core injuries. He's had multiple core surgeries. I just don't know what he's going to – is that enough to get past the Phoenix Suns? Is that enough to get past the Dallas Mavericks? Is that enough to get past the L.A. Clippers and the Denver Nuggets? Hell, I don't even know if it's enough to get past the Memphis Grizzlies anymore, even though the Grizzlies are frauds. But you get what I'm saying.
Yes, I do.
I don't know, man. I just don't know about the deal. And it was a bad vibe Saturday.
That's what I'm saying. The whole thing doesn't sit well with me. And you can make the argument, and people are going to say a zillion times, James Wiseman wasn't going to work here, and this, that, and the other. I still think they sold it short. I think they sold the whole experiment short on their own end. Now, he deserves criticism because he did not perform well. I don't think he was helping them right now, but I think that they got rid of what I would deem to be an asset that could pay fruition down the line, or it could completely crap out. But they got rid of something that I believe they're overrating right now. I think the general fan is overrating the impact of Gary Payton Jr.
Right.
I mean, he's a very good player in spurts.
Played 17 minutes a game last year.
But he's kind of like a unique player that can only do certain things. For the Warriors, he does not play like a guard. He plays in the dunker spot offensively, and defensively, he's a perimeter lockdown guy.
Right.
That being said, it's a niche part.
Right.
It's a niche part. This isn't a major part.
He's hurt. And we said this last week. They're watching the Blazers game. GP2 don't look right.
Did you see those highlights I sent you?
Yeah, I watched a lot of Blazers game. Whenever he played his first game, I watched it. Watched the Warriors game.
It didn't.
Watch the highlights.
It didn't look right.
Highlights. Yeah.
Because I was I went to the Warriors website on YouTube, the Warrior YouTube, and they were put out a video welcoming GP2 back, and it was highlights from last year for GP2, and I'm like, damn, look how big and strong and vibrant and quick and athletic he looks. And then I went and I searched a couple different game highlights for because you can find it. There's
you can
6
find
games,
all the highlights,
5 or 6 games.
Or you could go on League Pass and watch old Blazer games and just watch his minutes.
I didn't do that because I didn't want to sift through it because he barely played any minutes. But point being is I found some GP2 highlights and I was looking, I'm like, doesn't look the same.
Don't. He doesn't.
It doesn't look the same. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I hope he's injured, and that's why it looks so ugly,
Right.
and he can be more impactful. I don't think James Wiseman was as bad as everyone thinks, and I don't think GP2 is as good as everyone thinks. I think it's a little more in the middle.
We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Let's get back to the calls. Well, Shasky, Rob, and San Bruno. Rob, what's happening? You're on the roast.
What's going